Hello, son. While you're at the sober living facility, I miss you so much. My heart is broken in half. Every day I'm not with you is a day that my heart hurts. If you're with me and I'm with you, but you're wasted on drugs, it's another day my heart hurts, and it's been 9 years. Little intervals in between, but 9 years. And I want to show you something because I'm talking to the child in you, which definitely needs some healing here. Now, I look at this picture. You're so beautiful. You were probably 6 years old, 5 or 6. That's you, Maddie. It's a dark one. In the background, you can't see it with the light, but this is how it's been. Okay? Like, this is how it's been. You've been in a shadow of my life, a shadow of my son. And I have such mixed emotions. I have such fear that if you guys leave that facility, that sober living, you come here to Hollywood and knock on my door. I can't take another hit. I can't see it. I can't. Experiencing you reviving Prairie on my floor. Three times. 3 times. And I talk to you because other parents, I cry for you, and I cry for the parents, and I especially cry for the mom more than anybody because I can identify with it. Here I am, a therapist, and I know all the clinical things to do, all of the clinical things to do. But how do you do them with a broken heart? How do you pull yourself out of the ashes and rise like Phoenix? I'll tell you how you do it. It's about love. And I told you all this time it was about love, and I made my website Love101. And I'll tell you why. Because love's going to get you through this addiction, and I know it will. I lost so much last year. The car, the brand new car. Savings dwindled. Everything to help you, and everything I did was chewed up and spit out by addiction. Every single thing. And now, oh my God, after COVID-19, and Steve and I realized we are old folk. It done got old. I done got old, Matt. I done got old on you. And when I came here, I was 57. I was too old then. But you see, I had you at 40. I got my doctorate at 54. And I was just beginning on my career. I was just beginning. And then you got lost in the world of addiction. It was stealing my roommates' painkillers when you guys were teenagers and playing around with all kinds of stuff. And boom. It all led to this. And I was so afraid for you to come here when you were 18. I thought of River Phoenix dying on the streets in front of that nightclub of drug overdose, and I never wanted you to be around here. It's a rough town. It's a rough place. It's a place for artists, actors, creative geniuses, but it's not a place for a confused teenager. And you jumped right in head first to the world of addiction, and nobody ever caught you or caught up with you because Daddy was in Northern California and couldn't take it. It broke his heart. He tried. He'd send the money for the rehab centers, and we'd send you in and out like just a revolving door. And now you know how to use the system, and it breaks my heart because you just go in. It's almost like you use the detox places as, shall we say, regular life, and then you relapse in reality. And I'll tell you what, son, why I hurt and why I'm in so much fear is that I have stood up and I've taken back my power. And I have everything written up to get a conservatorship for you so that I can stop the revolving door and Prairie can get better. From what I've seen ethically, it's time. It's time for all of us to heal as a family and have love. Love 101 with the bucket behind the chair. I have been cleaning since you left because when you come, everything goes to shambles, and lying and fearing and fighting and noise. And I realize that's not love. And from now on, from this day forward, only love lives here, Maddie. Only love lives here. And I love you, and I'm your mother, and I'm speaking to you out of love of the universe that I'm praying for you every minute you are gone. I am so happy that you're in a setting to heal among sober people. And I want to tell you at 66, I was in this apartment 9 years hiding because every time I would get up to get on my feet, I'd get another slap from your addiction and I'd get another situation that had to be taken care of. And I mostly watched you in here. And people think addiction, they don't know what to think about it because I really didn't know either. Not this kind of serious addiction to where the person is alone. They do it alone and they really don't have people they do it anything with but the drug. And I look at you and I want you back because you're the sweetest person in the world. And I want you back, Matthew. I want you back in my life. I want you out of the shadow. That was a dark picture anyways, but I want you out of the shadow. Okay, out of the shadow. Okay, there's your cat you love so much. And I want you back. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm bringing the community to the situation. I am filming this, speaking with you, as I have made so many recordings, but I'm really stepping it up because of COVID-19 and political divides and all kinds of situations politically that we needed to deal with, society, systemic racism. I get it. Addiction got the back burner this year, and I am bringing it back to everybody so that moms of addicts can be very proud that we are doing something. And what are we doing? We're going to bring the community in. You see, federal, it's a waste of time. It's lost. The sober homes, the detox, the revolving doors, the ins, the outs. The kids learn the system, and it involves more of community, of churches being involved, of neighbors, of friends, of family, of really coming together and say, we love you. We love you and we believe in you. And when you are sick and mentally ill and crying and manic, there is a mental institution and you go there and you heal and you let them help you fix your brain so you won't harm yourself anymore or harm others. And I'm so glad you're there. But I know I have much more to do with a judge, because a judge needs to hear why this therapist was hiding for 9 years over here in Hollywood with her boyfriend. Because she scraped it together. She pulled it together. And she got her little economy car. And she is getting out of the apartment with the boyfriend in tow. And she is taking her professional skills down to the federal courthouse. And she is going to talk to a judge and ask the judge to help you to get your education, to stay in a program a year, a men's sober, where you can deal with you, where you don't have to run and leave and run and leave. You will be court ordered to do this because right now it has been pure havoc in hell, and I am empowered, and I am a goddess, and I am your mother, and I am a therapist, and I have the love of God in me because of this right here. See that? I can't give up. Okay? I can't give up, but I'm not going to take any more hits off of you, who's always run the show, like all of my kids, and empowered 101. But it is time for mom to take over on this and go to the judge and let the judge know that I am a mom that doesn't want you to be a statistic, and the judge can make the court orders to get temporary conservatorship over you to help you make better decisions with your banking, with your life, with your sober living, until you are able to be in your right mind. Because you see, honey, I couldn't tell you this because you were always high, but the constant drug use changes your brain chemistry. And until you're off it for quite a while and into meditation, relaxation, bubble tubbies, healing in your heart, opening your heart, healing all the scars from all the fights we've had through all the years, and laughter, funny situations. The man at the post office laughed so much when I got that house and you and your friends took over, and I was down there fit to be tied half the time, and he said, "Oh, the stories you told me." And they were funny, but yet there were the painful times when my rent money got stolen, when I threw rocks at you running up the hill to get away from you because I couldn't take it anymore. To have seen you get on that drug and hear you in the bathroom and not knowing what you were doing. And I had left here at Steve's in the safety and solitude of my boyfriends to deal with you, and that backfired. That was 2015. Love never stops, Matthew Dillon Schreiber. No, love never stops. And I had that seminar at the park for opiate addiction. And I went over here to Hollywood to all those bars asking people to come, and they all said they would, but they didn't. And I realized they were partying. They were part of the sex, drugs, rock and roll. They weren't going to come to my seminar. But guess what? I met Ryan, who heads the national organization for addiction, the network for addiction. And he gave me money to help me with my little seminar. And one family did show up, and they had lost their son. And it was so painful. It was so painful to me. And I realized that's why we don't talk about it. And my girlfriend got offended because she lost her son not too long ago, and he was an addict, and I didn't even think about that, and that was thoughtless on my part, and yet nobody talks about it. Steve's cousin, she lost her son, and when I tried to speak about my pain, she couldn't hear it. So here I sit alone. That's okay, because this caused me to get the deepest spiritual understanding of my purpose. And my purpose is to help you to walk straight, to stand on your feet, and to heal and to feel love. To feel the love that you came in to this world. And I went from one end of America to the next when you were one, to share the beauty and the joy of you, Matthew Dillon Schreiber. And your daddy's had a broken heart. I have. But that's all we ever talk about. And what I want to talk about is the good now. And I realize to love you, this tough love I have to do, every mother has to, every father with addiction, because I realize you guys will take over the house over and over, and you'll always say, you know, we didn't mean to take this, we didn't mean to do that, we didn't mean to use. And I fell for it every time, but as a therapist, it is time at 66 to finish my books, to heal the masses for addiction, for habits, for smoking, weight loss, you name it, and to use my tools for the good, Matthew. And it is your time to grow up as a young man into this world, to face your fears. And here's how you do it: you deep breathe and do your mindful meditations. That is it. There's nothing else. And the longer you stay off the drug and out of this area, it's a lifestyle change. Get used to getting up and showering and going to jobs or schools. Get used to getting up and studying and exercising and eating right. And pretty soon that is your lifestyle, and that is so much fun. And mom has fun. I learned to be a therapist, and here I am talking to you. I get to do this stuff and have a way of communicating with you and communicating with the masses and loving you, son. Because as long as you're alive and I'm alive, I'm going to tell you I love you, and I believe in you, and I believe in your process. I will be coming to see you. I will be bringing you a restraining order, which is, I know why you haven't sent me your address. But it has to be in place this time, because I have to stop you. It's like a baby crawling on a freeway. I have to stop you from coming to Hollywood. And we are seniors now, son. And mom deserves, like Kim Kardashian said when she left Kanye after slaving over him and those kids for all these years, because I hear he's high maintenance. Sorry, Kanye, but you're an artist. What can I say? So am I. But what she said was, I'm going to do me now. And Matthew, I love you the world, but I've done 9 years of you and it's nearly killed me. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And I am stronger in standing up for you so I can help you and all addicts and other addicts by having groups for them and letting them know that they do have the power. Everybody has the power to have a better life. I believe in you. We will do it with the court systems. We will keep you going to school, happy and safe away from drugs. And I will call you soon. I am sending you love. And just knowing that I'm living my truth now and not hiding, like you say, oh, you can't bust me. You can't do that to your son. Family doesn't tell on family. When I see you doing things that are very questionable, even with my bank, and I cover over and over, and I can't now because I realize that's enabling. And I don't want you to hit it hard, the ground, because you're so in a weakened state after all of these years of addiction in your bodies and your teeth. So I pray for you and Prairie. I pray this time you will think twice before you leave, because there's never consequences for you, Matt. But Mom can't take it anymore, the pain. Mom's empowered now. And as an empowered therapist and a loving mother, I will send this off now. And I will talk to you really soon when I come to see you at your sober living and bring you a goodie bag. I love you.